So Sasha Banks' situation, I want to point it out, but he didn't know if she requested it or if it was initiated by the company. But Wrestling Inc.'s Raj Giri said he heard WWE has released Sasha Banks, and Twitter just absolutely blew up. It literally, I was on social media when it happened that night. No one knew what was going on, and everyone was like, "Oh my goodness, really?" Because this was right after the Vince stuff basically broke.
Yeah.
So this was crazy, just a crazy week capped on by this situation, and Sean Ross Sapp, who we as the wrestling community, I believe we all use him to confirm things, right? And he was like, "No, he can't confirm this with his sources," but he didn't rule out that possibility because Raj has great sources. But Andrew Zarian comes in to confirm, even though he cannot confirm that she's been released. He did hear last week that her attorneys were working on getting that done, and it makes perfect sense, right? With everything going on, I believe this is always the most logical outcome of the walking out situation. And it may be happening a little bit faster. If this were to happen, it would be happening way faster than I expected. But again, even in Sasha's situation, with the company being in its current state, I don't know. Maybe this would be a perfect time to work out with your lawyers and try to slip out right now while they're concerned with other things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe it is the perfect time if that happens, but it is not completely confirmed. And all I have to say is that losing Sasha Banks, I'll just be piling on to what everyone else already knows and have been saying. It's a big loss. Hilarious that they think that what they have left over of the roster right now, instead of freshly 30, Sasha Banks, basically, if she is 30, she's freshly 30, mm-hmm. and has how much longer she wants to wrestle, she has the world ahead of her, and she's marketable as hell. Already been everywhere, already acting and doing other projects and other things.
Freshly 30.
So exactly, freshly 30. Obviously can be one of the pillars of your company and has been one of the pillars so far in the 2010s, but could have been going forward also, along with Bianca and Becky and some of the other faces of this division with Charlotte too. So it's crazy when you think about Sasha not being there, but them investigating with Ronda, who is basically, I think, I don't know how guaranteed her contract is long term wise. I think it was for another year, but I don't think it's like one of those big 5-year deals either. So I don't know. Either way it go, I think betting your future on that route instead of trying to patch things up with someone like Sasha, big mistake. But I'm not surprised again. So you know what I mean? Like, as much as I would like things to be right, and I think fans would like WWE to, come in with. Do they take the tail tucked between their legs? Is that how it works? Yeah. Do they expect WWE to do that? Come in, apologize? Not happening. I've read reports that they look at Sasha as another spoke on the wheel. They feel like they could make another Sasha Banks, and as long as they think like that, so you can say deuces, and they can just watch Sasha continue to just ascend. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed anything or have not noticed, but this walking out stuff has only made her a bigger star. Hasn't hurt her. And then you guys' credibility, and I'm speaking to WWE here when I say your credibility, with your credibility being shot and on the line, and basically wrestling fans have been talking about them as far as being credible for a while. Like, we know this. It's the outside world knowing this. It's just like I saw a great tweet about the whole Vince situation, and it's just perfect. It was perfect because they like people who don't know anything about wrestling. They come up, hey man, you hear that Vince news? Man, that is crazy. Can you believe that? And then people who've been watching since like 1998, yes, mm-hmm. Yes, we can believe it.
Definitely.